Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging, smoking, coming at you all while on a work break. I gotta consolidate my movements. I want to do something fun because I'm too serious lately and it's really bringing me down. I'm bringing me down. Don't bring me down. Okay, I've noticed some things over the years that I find to be weird and yet opposite and silly. So I thought I'd share with you. Okay. As you know, I work in the advertising department of the Community News. I am the advertising department of the Community News. And something that I found to be kind of cute, I guess, in a way, is some business owners get it and other ones don't. Like, I'll call somebody and they'll say, we don't need to advertise right now because we've been super busy. My God, I couldn't even take another appointment or something if I wanted to. Do you know what I'm saying? The business is doing very well and they decide not to go in. However, most of the time I get an answer of, we are so slow. There's just no way that I can advertise. Now I understand there's an affordability thing here, but our advertising isn't that expensive. And you don't get billed till the next month, and we take payment programs and all that stuff because we're small. No contract, very easygoing. In fact, if you need to advertise, just leave a comment below. I would happily give you a wonderful deal, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. At any rate, why would people not want to advertise when they're slow to pick up business? Yet they happily win when they're... Okay, then we have the other ones that go in because they're busy enough to go in. I don't know. It's very mind-boggling to me. Then another thing that's kind of like that, I guess I'll call these the... not really oxymorons, but... opposite behavior from what it should be or something like that. Then we have, hang on, I'm going to put this out. Just wanted to have the drag right in front of your face. I'm not showing this to Mother. Okay, then we have people like this. I couldn't believe it. A good friend of mine who shall remain nameless, not just him, a lot of people, like during the primary election season, they didn't vote for Bernie Sanders because they didn't think he had a chance. Does that make any sense to you at all, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, it just doesn't at all. Why not? Of course they're not going to have a chance if you don't vote for them. It's kind of the opposite of what it should be. So, yeah, one of my friends said, oh, my husband voted for Bernie in the primary. And I said, oh, and we got to talking and I said, wait a minute, you didn't? Oh no, I just didn't think he had a chance. That makes no sense at all. You should, oh my God, vote for the person you want, especially in the primaries. That's the time we can really let loose, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I'm not voting anymore. I've given that up for Lent. Yeah, I'm not going to vote. The reason why, well, there's several reasons why I will not vote again. I might, maybe for local people, of course, but on a national level, I just find that really, first of all, here in Pennsylvania, we don't really have, like an independent voice can't be really heard. You have to go with one of the two filthy corporate parties, meaning Democrats and Republicans, just in case that slipped by you. So I'm just not going to feed into that BS. And also, I really literally do not think our votes matter. What's that saying? Something about you're more apt to be killed on the way to the polling station than to affect an election. Everything's rigged up. You have corporations that own the voting machines, and they're able to get in there and flip votes and steal primaries and, you know, do all this stuff. It's worthless. They've already pre-selected these yahoos, and they're going to put in who they want to put in as a figurehead, and with a lot of Americans thinking they really run the show, and they don't, which I went over in an earlier video. So I don't see the point in voting for one of these two hideous parties. I would vote for a third party, but then again, where's my vote? What does it really count? Until we clean up the election system, which should be priority number one, I won't do it. Now, if I were forced at gunpoint to go in there and vote, I'm only going to vote for somebody who acknowledges that our military budget is out of control. It's, I think, something like 14 times the amount of... No, wait a minute. I don't remember how many times bigger than our next 14 countries combined, many of whom are allies of the United States. So, it's just bloated. It's ridiculous. There's wasteful spending. There's All kinds of stuff going on there, ladies and gentlemen. It's just reached levels of complete absurdity. And I'm not in favor of the American empire. I'm not in favor of us being policemen of the world. I'm not in favor of us giving a hoot if somebody elects a communist to be their leader. Why do I care? You know, this domino effect that we were taught back in the day is insane too. I was a little bit not thought of at that point yet, but that was the big thing going around of why. Well, actually, I was born, of course, during Vietnam. One of the reasons was we just got to stop the domino effect. We can't have communism spreading and all this crap. So, yeah, I'm not going to support anybody that does not come out and say, we are cutting the military budget. Period. End of story. We've got to end this empire. We're hated all over the globe. We are hated everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, in a recent survey, a recent Gallup poll, which is a good institution, I believe. It's been around for 1,000,000 years, and they're usually on target. No pun. They said that America is the biggest threat. Other countries, people in other countries, said that we're the biggest threat to world peace on the globe. And, of course, Israel is right up there with us because, you know, we kind of do what they want anyway. So, yeah, I'm really not going to partake. And then you hear people say just the opposite of things like, well, if you don't vote, you shouldn't have a say in anything. Or if you need to vote. It's this, that, and voting's so wonderful, and vote, vote, vote. Why would I participate willingly in a system that is corrupt to the bone, ladies and gentlemen? So I'm going to go out and give my vote to whoever and support a corrupt two-party duopoly that rules the roost. I mean, neither one of these mainstream parties is for a military reduction at all. They don't vote against imperialism. Tulsi Gabbard might, but I'm not even sure about that. I know she voted for those ridiculous sanctions based on nothing. Based on nothing. About the Russia-hacked BS. I almost swore, but I got to tone it down. So those are just a few of my observations of the day. Also, a friend of mine last year on Facebook wrote something kind of cute, and she said something, Labor Day is coming up, and that's the issue on which I'm working. Can Republicans really celebrate Labor Day? I thought that was kind of cute. Because, as we know, really, thank a socialist for it, like I said. The socialistic parties of the day, the labor movement, is to thank for the word weekend. If it were up to the corporate overlords, we'd work until we keeled over dead. So, yeah. Okay, I guess that's all. Just a couple of observations during a work break. Launching with Lisa, the video series, and has me launching while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Please join together with me. Drop your political identities. Quit labeling other people. Let's join together as human beings, as fellow citizens. Don't worry if you don't get along, if you don't agree with everything or anything coming from another so-called political party person. It doesn't matter. Work it out in the wash later. We need to come together and fight the corporate overlords. People over corporations, ladies and gentlemen. You just remember that. Bye-bye now.